a minute. Okay, hello. Okay, can you hear me? Let me know, please, because looks like I had my microphone off. Hello, Monique. Hello, Linda. Hello, Mary. Hello, Cynthia. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, Carol. Okay, so sorry, I forgot to turn on my microphone. Anyway, I'm gonna explain this again. I have Photoshop here. This is Photoshop 2020, and what I did here, I created a layer. Okay, I was explaining this. And then I'm gonna draw on top of this layer. Okay, let me put the image here. Okay, I'll put the image here. Okay. It's kind of difficult to put all the things here on my screen. Just give me a few seconds. Okay. Okay. Move this here. Move this a little bigger. Okay. Now I'm going to draw. I'm going to pick up a brush. Here are the brushes, and I usually pick up, for example, you can see here. So sorry about my Photoshop. My Photoshop, it has kind of a combination between English and Spanish. You can see up here, file, edit image, layer, and here it says it's in Spanish. Okay, I want to use just these two. This a round brush. I think that's the simple one that we're going to start with, and there's a lot of different brushes. Okay, I'm going to pick up this one, and you see the brush here. Okay, I'm going to pick up this one. Okay, this is sketch. Here's one thing that it says opacity, the upper part. You know, when the opacity is 100%, it's like if we paint with a lot of oil paint. That means that it's not going to be transparency. We're not going to see any transparency. Okay. Second, okay. Okay, look at that. Look at this, for example. Okay, there's no transparency there. And if I lower the opacity, like 28%, you see the transparency. Then it looks like oil paint. Let's say that when we add a thin layer of oil paint, that's what I want. Okay, now I'm gonna start just drawing. I'm not gonna try to make a masterpiece here. Maybe I'm going to screw up this drawing. That's okay, you know. we're practicing. Okay, I'm gonna block in just like I do with oil paint. I'm gonna separate values. Okay, just shadow and light. I'll make this. I'm changing the opacity to 58%. You see, to make it darker. I select on the right on this palette the color I want. That's darker. And I'm planning to add a lot of transparent, like this, a lot of transparent layers. Okay, now I have seen some videos, and usually they recommend to create a lot of layers for every time that you change your work. They say the hair, you need another layer. For the eyes, the nose, in this way you can move the feature of the face. Just use the eyes if something is not okay, or the nose. I don't know about that, and I prefer just to use a couple of layers. And what I'm doing is what I usually do when I draw. I'm checking out angles. I'm checking out the regular proportions that I keep repeating on all my videos. With this, I change the size of the brush. I can make a bigger brush. And here I can change. I can make this more soft. Let me see. Okay, I don't like that. This one. Another one. Okay, this one. This is a round brush. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a lighter color for the lights on the face. I'll make this a little bigger. But right now what I'm doing, just like I said before, just thinking about light and shadow. Here's my palette. I change different red. And the good thing that you can just put more colors on top of the other color and change it again. Use what I found. Keep working on with the opacity, make it more transparent. Okay. Let's see what I can get from this. Okay. Now adding a different color, more reddish. Not so worried about any perfection here. You know that when we start working with a new, let's say material, it's about getting used to the material first, and then thinking about drawing and all of that, proportions, and adding another layer. And one thing that I have found really useful with this is that I can just flip the image You see what I have here? Okay, and when I have something like this, it's obviously easier to see mistakes. I'm gonna put it back. Okay. Okay, you see this? This is really good. My daughter, she used to use, I think, Procreate. To be honest, I don't know the names. But since I have Photoshop on my computer, I'm gonna keep using Photoshop. And what I'm doing right now, I'm just trying to kind of apply glazes, transparent layers. Yeah, this is the way to do it. To be honest, I don't know. I mean, I have seen so many ways, but definitely the way that some professionals, I mean, work on this, I don't know. I have seen some videos, but it's like there are too many options about this. And basically, mostly what I see is about illustration. And what I want is something more sketchy. Okay, something more like a, not oil paint, but definitely I don't want something smooth. I want to feel like a brush strokes here. Another good thing about this is that we can change the color all the times we want. I mean the general color, we can saturate the complete painting just by not painting more, it's just changing with Photoshop the saturation, adding more, changing temperature. Let me show you what I mean. I have an option here for adjustments. I don't know if you can see that, hue and saturation, and I can do this, you see, or knock it down even to black and white, and again I'll make it bluish. It's just so many options. That means that we don't have to be worried about if the color is okay. Maybe if our painting is opaque or is too colorful, we can change that uh, just in a couple of seconds. Yeah. Oh, Mary is asking me about blending. Yeah, about blending, I have a here's a brush. Yeah, and here's this is mixer brush. If I pick up this one, I can just blend this, all of this. It's just like using a brush in oil paint for softening. Okay. Let me make it bigger and you see what I mean. Look at that. Okay, this is too much, yeah? But if I just change the intensity, I don't know how much I can change this intensity. definitely we can blend. There is a finger here, it says smudge. It's kind of the same. It's like just rubbing a finger on top of the painting, and what it does is just blend a little bit. But I don't want like a smooth out surface. I want this kind of brush strokes. But let's see. Okay. Okay, Monique is saying that she has read that you can create up to 8,000 layers in an image, each with its own blending mode and opacity. You know, that's too much. Anyway, I don't know if I mean I find this really useful for making sketches, but I have seen obviously some digital paintings, some amazing digital paintings. Let's see what can we get. I'm gonna add more. I'm gonna move the opacity percentage per opacity a little bit up, 51%. That means that this is gonna be more solid, not too transparent. You see, if I put this to 100%, it's just like applying thick paint. Look at that. No transparency at all. Okay, I don't want that. I'm gonna put it in 30%. That's terrible. I don't like the drawing. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's just a practice. I can pick up a color like another thing that we can do is like, for example, let's say that I want to work with this color. Okay, I put this color here. It's like an example of that color. I put this color here. You see what I'm doing? I'm kind of creating a palette of colors. Just here, here, this one, here. Oops. Okay, the point is that if I want to use this color, I pick up this color, okay, and I use it here. And already I can create like here 4, 5, 6 colors. And instead of using my palette here, this square palette, I can use the colors here. Yeah, I don't know, maybe that would be really useful. I don't know, I have seen that. I cannot say that it's going to be useful to pick up the colors from here. I mean, I prefer to add layers, layers, and layers. And another good thing about this is that we can just exaggerate color a lot. Just look at this green here. I know you can see this green. Okay. Look at some blue here. I can make the shadow bluish. No, I see. I don't like it. Just I go back. It's pretty amazing about this. I'm gonna make a cool shadow. Let's see, a little bit. Okay. Okay, my drawing is not okay. I'm gonna correct the mouth. Like I said, don't expect a masterpiece. I'm gonna get a nice drawing, but I don't know if I could get it really good, really good. I don't think so. Okay. Another good thing about this is I have seen, for example, do something like this. If something is not okay about the nose, you pick up this and you just move. Oh, sorry. Mm. It's kind of you can copy the nose and move it anywhere. I'm not gonna do that now. Maybe I will, but not now. This using a computer, a PC, and I'm drawing with this. It says I don't have the box. XP pen. I'm drawing on top of this with this pencil. Mm-hmm. Okay, Miri, I'm gonna hello, He-Man. Uh, yeah, this thing about putting the colors on the side, yeah, it could save time definitely. Yeah. How big is the area of the image? Yeah, this is the size of my monitor. My monitor is a 32-inch monitor, and Photoshop is all over my screen basically. I have a little space for the photograph and to a little bit for YouTube. It's the size of basically my screen, and you know that I can make this. I can zoom in this a lot. Okay, one thing that I have seen is this thing about flipping the image. Okay. You know, when we do this, usually when we are painting, we see mistakes. Okay? When something is off, just it's so easy to see. I think everything is kind of okay. Okay, let's continue. Where's the image? Here is here at home, and I just take this upstairs and I draw on the other computer. But my son used to use the other computer. That means I cannot draw like for a long time. But in there I have a smaller screen and a smaller monitor, and you know I can get closer to the screen for drawing. And here I'm a little kind of away from the screen because it's bigger. That's okay for me. You know, when I use the other computer, I have to change my glasses for the reading glasses. It's okay at the end, one or the other. I prefer a bigger screen. That's what I like. I mean, I don't know. When I bought this, you see the size of this? It's like a, look at my hand. It's like, I think it's pretty big. I think. My daughter told me that's too big, because you can find those things that the size of the cell phone, and you know the size of a cell phone to draw there. Maybe it's easier. I don't know. I mean, with this new technology, I think it's about just trying out things and see if that works for you. Okay. what else I have learned by watching some videos? Let me tell you. It's kind of the same recommendations like for oil paint, but I gotta say that most people love to make really smooth surfaces, like pick up just one color and make it one color and add lights and shadows. Yeah. Maybe I have found maybe just a couple of guys they use this like with so many layers, no layers like layers on the layer after layer. I mean what I'm doing, add a lot of color, transparent colors, like adding some glazes. Mm. I'm squinting. Mm. Mary is asking me, my iPad has a stylus, it keeps charged. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about the iPad. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. David DW asking me first digital painting. Not my first, but let's say that's, I think the third or the fourth. Yeah. You don't see me, Mary? Okay, so sorry about that. This, I don't know. Yeah, maybe something, yeah. Uh, Sorry about that. I know how to move all the things here because I have, when I paint it's easier because it's kind of, I have just the image to paint front and OBS. That's the program to use for, I use for putting the images. Now I'm using OBS, but I cannot have OBS on my screen because it's like I have just my full monitor is just with Photoshop. Okay. I'll make this darker a little bit. Change softer brush. Well, I don't like that. That's a good thing that we can go back. Eh? Nothing like what we usually practice, that there's no coming back so easily like this. You know what I'm going to do is just add more accent, more light. Obviously up here, obviously. I'm using a round soft brush. Accent, and I keep this darker. And doing this is like when I say step back to see your painting, I just do this and it's like a stepping back a lot. Oh, that's good. And then I zoom in and see details. How do you like it? Okay, I'm gonna make this more, I don't know, I mean, let me try a different texture. Okay, I have this brush, it says, I don't know the name of this brush. Okay, let me see here. Sorry, I mean, I have to check out the names. Okay. It says number 174, but there are too many brushes here. I just want to use a brush to create some texture. Let's see what I got here. Spacing. Oh wow, look at that. I'm gonna use intense color to show you. Can you see this texture? Yeah, I'm gonna use a little bit of that. I mean, I have texture right now, but it's just like one brush. And I wanna use, let's see, that helps a little bit. I don't like it. Spacing, more spacing, less spacing. Color. I'm gonna put the opacity in 50%. You see what happened? It's more solid. That means that it's like just adding more paint. Thick paint. Okay. I'm gonna lower the opacity to 23%. More highlight here. I'm gonna make it bigger. Okay, let's rotate the image, flip canvas. Okay, I see a mistake. Looks like everything is okay. I'm trying to see if something is off. About the likeness, okay, that's too much. I mean, that's too much for me. Thinking about the likeness, we're trying to just think about the brushes and think about the lighting and all of that. You can create a huge canvas here. It just, yeah, it's up to you how big you wanna paint. I recommend a bigger monitor, but who knows? Okay. See your face from the eyes up. Ah, you told me that, yeah, Nikki. Mary. Let me see. Okay. Hey, look at this. I don't know. What do you see? Do you see that? It says Renzo Art. That's a courtesy of one of my patrons, Mary Chester. Thank you so much, Mary. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Where's the image? Mhm. Okay, I'm gonna show you this. Well, this brush. Look at the texture. I love this texture. But I think I love this because I'm a traditional painter. But people that work with the digital painting, they kind of like different things. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna change the opacity again. I have here opacity, flow. Okay, let's see what happens if I lower the flow to 34%. Well, like nothing happened. No, that's okay. The opacity I think is better. Lower the opacity. You know, we'll try to do this more. I mean, at night, and if I discover more things, that definitely there are a lot of things here. I wanna share all of them with you. Okay. Maybe we can grow together with this. Did you like it? Eh? It could be really nice even if you don't like it for sketching. Instead of sketching of a piece of paper, you can sketch here. You can have so many variations. For example, let's use a layer. I'm gonna add another layer. I don't like these too many layers. I think it's kind of confusing, but let's say that I'm gonna change the color of the shadow just because I want to. Look at that green. Okay, now this color is in this layer. Layer 2. If I just click the eye, it's gone. Yeah? Pretty good, yeah? I put it back. Now that means that I can change this, I can have different options. See? Okay, I'm gonna erase this layer. And I have a confirmation if by mistake I'm trying to erase a layer that maybe has a lot of my drawing. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue. Can you see my image to my left? A bigger image to my left? No, eh? It's like you can see just Photoshop, no my screen. Okay, anyway, let's continue. This tablet, there are some buttons that you can zoom in and zoom out. But you know what? I don't get used to pressing these buttons. You can see there, then here. I keep confusing those buttons. I press one and then I wanna zoom in and yeah, you know. But I'm getting used to that. I'm getting used to that. It's like everything, you know. A bit of practice. I lower the opacity to 19%. You see, it looks like nothing happened, but it's really transparent. I prefer it. I feel more safe. Just adding transparent layers. Okay. Okay, let's add. A little bit of color on the nostril to make the nose more transparent, adding some red here. Okay. Okay, let's add some green, very transparent green. We'll add some green here. Okay, let's go back to pink. Maybe more yellow. Let's try. I find myself just moving the opacity all the time. Okay. Okay. This color is better. When I was, I started to think about this. I wanted to buy those things that it's kind of it feels weird at the beginning when you draw here, yeah, and you don't see anything here. It's on the screen. It's kind of your brain is that you're used to paint on top of the image. It's kind of takes a little bit of time just to get used to that. I wanted to buy maybe to draw directly on the screen, but when I saw those prices, it's like $1,000, maybe $2,000. This big screen where you can draw on top of. And I said, oh, okay, no. Okay, I'm gonna check out. Okay, thank you, Monique. I'm just checking out the image that you sent me. Okay. Well, I think that's pretty good, yeah? Yeah, because, okay. Well, okay. Now I'm going to continue just, now another thing that we can do, remember, we can just change, for example, I'm gonna just adjust, uh, levels, it says here. I don't know if you see now how I can change the contrast. I can see a preview before, after, before, after. Pretty good, yeah? Okay. I don't want to change anything yet. I don't want to change just too much. This maybe at the end if I want to add more contrast. Maybe, I'm not so sure yet. But you have so many options, you see, to change so many things. Okay, let's continue. So now add a little bit of red here. Okay, a little bit of red here. Well, that was too much. Now, when you have a really strong light, there is always a little bit of saturation and a warm color between the light and the shadow. Okay, I mean that's just what usually happens in nature. Sometimes we don't see that, but we need to know that. And it's not about digital painting or whatever it is, oil paint or acrylics. These things about color, about the transition of the color in the transition, this just about color theory, okay, and that works for everything. Doesn't have to do with material or technology or nothing like that. And for example, I have some orangey color here. I just trying to create a transparent illusion there. And I gotta say with this is easier because if I don't like it, don't like it, that's easier to change it. Okay, I was working on the mouth. More red. You see here how I'm saturating this red. Just wanna see if that's gonna work. Even if the painting is tilted different, we can change that easily. The only thing that I gotta say that I feel kind of uh, some stress that I'm not getting maybe the drawing right, but at the same time, kind of a relief knowing that I can just tilt the image different in that to the right, to the left, that I can pick up just the mouth, for example here, you see, and just copy and paste and move it. You see, I can move it, I can make it smaller, I can tilt it. I mean, I can fix this a lot. Let me erase this layer. Okay. The only problem that I feel that gives me some kind of like maybe I don't know if that's good or not, but I'm thinking, okay, some mistake, okay, I don't care. It's just easy to fix. I'm gonna check out later. With oil paint, it's different. You see that, kind of really worried because you continue painting, and every time that you paint more, is that we have more paint on the canvas, and fixing something maybe is gonna be even difficult, a little bit difficult. Okay, more and more. I mean, and with this is like it's not easy. But since we have that option, we are kind of like, how do you say, laid back? Kind of laid back, I don't know if that's the word. Okay, do you like it? Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, thank you, Monique. Erase taping. Yeah, that's a live stream. I wanna keep it there in my channel. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm planning to keep it on my channel, but to know if this come out horrible, yeah, I will keep it. Okay, let's add some shadows here. Let's see how much I can, things I feel more comfortable just retouching everything. I'm going to pick up a darker color. I'm gonna add more contrast. Well, I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, I'm gonna low the opacity, and you know that I can use this brush for. It says mixer brush tool. Let's see what happened. Wow, that's just beautiful. You see what happened? I think I mean I ruined the face, but I'm gonna put it back and let's try in a small area. Okay. Okay, here. Size, I change the size. You see how I'm gonna do it here. Oh well, that's not okay. Pick up this color. Look at that soft edge that we can get. Yeah. It's pretty good. Here, I'm picking up the dark, and you know this brush for blending. This is like imagine that you have a brush, know your paint for blend, and but you have to load the brush with some color. And when I do this, it's like okay, I'm gonna pick up this color. Now my brush for blending it has the color, and I blend with this color. Look at that, how soft I can make everything. Okay. Okay. Now I want some texture. I don't want to smooth out this, but uh, we can smooth out this a lot. It's just up to you how much. Mm. I'm gonna lower the opacity to 9%, just 9 to make this really transparent. Okay, I don't like it. I think it's okay. Okay, I'm going to sharpen just some edges. For example, here, I'm gonna make this darker. Okay, let's see. Oops. Okay, okay, I think that's okay. This it's too sharp. It says here says dry brushes. Okay, let's see how a dry brush work. I don't do anything. Make it bigger. Ooh. I don't like that dry brush. I wanna change to. Okay, go back to the round brush. I prefer the round brush. A little bit of red here. Dark again. I want to lower the opacity to make a soft edge. More red here. You know, around the eyes and the upper and lower eyelid. We need to add more red. Okay, let's continue with this. Okay, I'm gonna add more color to the light. I think I'm gonna add more yellow. Okay, or just I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna adjust the image hue and saturation. I'm gonna saturate more the image. Yeah. Wow, that was too much. Yeah, I think that's okay. Now I have more vivid colors. Mm. Yeah, maybe that's too much. Okay. Who knows? Who knows? Oh my god. Okay. I need some texture here. Okay. My voice is low. Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of away from my microphone. I want to try to speak a little bit louder and closer to the mic. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to exaggerate color, saturation, and right now I think this violet is just too intense. But I'm gonna just fix it in a minute. And right now I'm working on the shape, and I want to get some kind of texture, anything that could add something more to, you know, movement or anything that can make this painting better. Let's see this. Okay, I'm gonna lower the opacity. We know that we have always light here on the zygomatic bone. I gotta, you know, this, the only thing that is kind of just distracting for me is the color. The possibility to add a lot of colors is kind of, I just want to add more, but I have to pay attention always to the values. Okay, and oh, another nice thing that we can do here is turn this image to a black and white. Look at that. Oh. Look at that. And watching the image like this, I can see easily if I need more light, highlight, shadows, you know, values. That's pretty important. That's more important than maybe that playing with textures, looking for amazing brushes or look or whatever it is. We have to be pretty careful with values. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna lower the opacity to 22%. Make it more yellowish. Okay, I'm going to add. I'm gonna make the nose a little bit sharper here, and I think this could work. No. Okay, I'm gonna blend this a little bit. Okay. Okay, let's see what else I can do. Okay, I still need to do more, definitely. I'm gonna knock down this violet, okay? And I'm gonna use just gray, a really transparent layer of gray. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the same value. There. More. Let's see, more gray. Look at that. Okay. No, it's too much. I'm gonna lower transparency. You know, this thing about changing the color, uh, when you're a traditional painter, it feels like you're cheating. You're uh, cheating. Yeah. But I'm trying to like. It's just like it's not right. It doesn't seem so right. But I have seen, I mean, a lot of people doing that. Even this option that I want to see right now, if judgments, saturation, and look at this again, more greenish. Look at that, more reddish. Oh wow, I love that. Yeah, I mean, we can do whatever we want. Okay, look at before, after, before, after. It's amazing. This thing is amazing. These are the things that we can do with this, but let's continue. Okay. I'm trying to soften this because I'm using 8% of opacity. That means that it's really, really transparent. Okay, I'm gonna work here. Okay, okay, okay. I'm changing my brush. I don't know the name of this brush, but I like it. It has some special. It looks just like a brush stroke. Okay, look at this. It just looks like a brush stroke. I need to do more with this brush, like you know, this kind of. I can do like some adjustments here. You see shape dynamics, like you know. Okay, let's see what happens with that. Okay, I think that's better. Scattering, I don't know what's that. Wow. Let's see. Okay. Let's use that. Okay, let's see. Maybe that helps with texture, but you know, so many options of that. It depends what you want. You know, I want some kind of texture. But if you don't want that, yeah, I mean, just you gotta pick up a different. Mm, oh, another tool is use the eraser. Yeah, there's an eraser, and they just I don't know. I don't see a reason to use an eraser because you know that you put more paint on top of this, more and more paint, and yeah, it's like we erase by adding more paint. Basically, like oil paint. Yeah, I think. Not so sure. If somebody here knows more about this, just let me know. Okay. I'm gonna lower the opacity. Okay. Okay, this is pretty good to make soft edges. Hello, Maggie. Hello, Margaret. Okay, let's continue. Okay, I want some sharp edges here. I'm gonna change this brush. Take out this, I take out this. Texture, what about this? Brightness, contrast. Okay. I'm gonna make this a little bit sharper. Okay. Yeah. Okay, okay. What about, oh, okay, what about, okay. I don't want the light on the neck to be as bright as the light of the face. What about if I add some color on the background? It's too colorful. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. I think it's better. I think it's better darker. Okay. Yeah, I would like to do something on the background, but I don't know what. I'm gonna add more contrast, just more contrast, okay? I'm gonna make this darker and darker and darker. orange, some orange here. Okay, some orange here, some orange here. Okay, let's see this. What's the name of this? This is the brush for blending. Okay, I'm gonna change to round brush. Okay, you can change. This is the brush for blending. It's not like just it's one brush. You can. It's like you can make any brush a blending brush. Okay, you see, I pick up a different brush. Look at this, a round brush, and now I'm gonna blend. Okay, I pick up a color for blending. Let's say this, and I soften everything with this color to this point. Okay, if I change the brush for any other type of brush, it's the same. It's gonna blend. But if like you try to blend with a bristle brush, and then try to blend with a synthetic brush, and now I don't know what happened. Oh, okay. Go back to the regular brush. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna add some highlights in the face. I'm gonna try to find a different brush with different texture. What about this one? I'm gonna try a smaller one like this, and 100% opacity, 100% flow. Okay, I think this could work here. Okay, I'm gonna load the opacity and the flow. Okay, I don't know what is the flow. I don't know what the flow does. But anyway, and the opacity, that's the one I use the most, because it's so easy to see what it does. But with this flow button, it's like I change the amount, but nothing visible happens. And okay, look at the texture. I think I love this. I'm gonna reduce the size. Look at that. Okay. Now I would like to just put this 100%, pick up this brush, and let's see if I can make like a really thick brush stroke. No, it's not working. Let me look for another brush. What about this? Don't know what's that. What about this one? Okay, I'm gonna continue just working with what I know, okay? like this brush. Let me change this. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to make some adjustment to this brush, like do a brush noise with edges. With edges, let's see. Oh, Margaret, I think you see, Margaret is telling me, saying to me, I think you can slow down the response time of the brush. Okay, yeah, yeah. I don't know how to do that, but you know, this is a practice. I'm trying just to get the best of this. If I get something nice, pretty good. If not, you know. I'm gonna lower the opacity to 22%. Okay, I'm going to add here a reflected light, a little bit reddish. Okay, and I need a reflected light here. You know, if the light is really warm, the reflected light is gonna be warm. If the light is cool, the reflected light is gonna be cool. Okay, I have to erase this. Going back. Okay, I need to move this a little bit lower. Okay. Trying to make this bigger. Okay, I want to put the image in black and white. I want to see if my values are okay. Yeah. Looks like my values are okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna flip the image. Okay. It looks like the light here on the left eye is just too intense, or something is not good there. Something's not good. Something's not good, and maybe the problem is about the value. Yes, maybe it's too bright, or the eye, or the shadow. Okay, I'm going to just darken up a little bit this. Okay, there, and now the shadow, to work a little bit on the shadow of the eye. Let's see if I can smooth everything out and get something nice. Look at the forehead before. Let's do it again. Okay. I like it, but that's too much. I think I still need to find kind of the right balance between smoothing out some areas and have some sharp areas, and that's, I think maybe that's gonna be the difficult part. And I don't know, I kind of I love this, that we can just a minute, just add a lot of color to the painting and change it so easily. Okay, and okay, just a minute. I cannot think and just speak and think sometimes at the same time. It's kind of difficult. Okay, I'm going to lower the opacity. A little bit of green here. Okay. What about the background? It's like we tend to use maybe more saturated colors with this digital painting. Yeah, I never use this green like in my paintings, but now I'm using this kind of green. What if I make everything dark, the background? Let's see if that's gonna add some color. Oh wow, that's, I can just go here and change the background and the layers, but let's do this. I just wanna see. Thing is, this is really fast. Okay. I love the contrast. Okay. To do this, I think I have to create another layer. Okay, I have created another layer, and I'm gonna repeat this again, okay? I forget about this because I don't know, this thing about creating so many layers, that's not my thing. Eventually, of course, I'm gonna end up just using a lot of layers if that's what we need to do. Now I'm gonna press the I here on the layer, you see, and erase the background. Okay, now if I maybe double click, let's see what can I do with this. Okay, I have opacity here too. See, control this. Texture, I can add texture. Wow. Color overlay, I don't know. That means that I can add red. Well, I can change this a lot. What do you think? Oh, Monique was saying me that try a new layer for background. Thank you so much, Monique. I didn't read that. Hey, that's the point. I mean, using so many layers, it is gonna be easier. Thank you so much, Mary. Hello, Nat. and that's gonna be easy just to, like, you see, that was the face, not face anymore. Now it's back, now this. Yeah, if I create another layer and I create a different background, yeah, can you imagine that? Okay, I love this, I do know, I love this with this background. Yeah, but it's, you know, it's kind of the safest background always make this dark. Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking, you know, that color, we have like a really strong light, like a warm light, yellowish light, cool shadow, some greens, some reds. That I love about these transparent layers that we can add a lot of colors and kind of all of them live together here, and that's pretty good. And you see some greens, even blues, and or like an oil painting and using a gray canvas, and you can see how the gray canvas show through the layer, and that's pretty good. That works like a bluish color under this orangey color, and obviously that add contrast. Okay, what else we can do? I'm thinking about just focal point, always thinking about my focal point, thinking about exaggerating this light there. Yeah, and okay, let's see if I can just make a little bit more. Yeah, because there was some light here, a nice light here. Yeah, since it's yellowish here, I'm gonna make it just orangey here. Okay. Where's the? Okay. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna add more yellow to this light, just to make it glow more. I remember a long time ago trying to draw on this program Paint. I don't know if somebody remember that program. It used to come in all the computers. Paint. It was Paint, yes. It was so simple. And I think I tried something there. Just maybe once, speaking about when nothing of this existed. And now you can see how many things we can do. I mean, I could be here for hours. I love this, I love this blue here. I would like to see more of this blue. That's the background. I didn't add any blue. But that blue is the background. Okay, I just love that. And maybe I could add, no, I'm gonna leave it there, just there, yeah. Okay, let me see, I feel the temptation to add more of this blue. Okay, no, I think it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna add more orange here. I just want to add some kind of light showing through the hair. Since this light is intense, definitely is going to create some kind of transparency like here. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can just knock down everything, all the color. Okay, where I have to do this. Oh my God, I'm drawing. That's the problem. All the drawing that I did now, I did it on this layer number 2 with the background. That means that if I erase the background, it's gonna go with all the last retouches. You see the oranges that I added? All the oranges that I added, okay, they all gone with the background. Yeah, that's why I think I don't like this thing about layers. Okay, let me see if I can just knock down the saturation to look like more. Yeah, maybe there. Look at that. If maybe an old painting is gonna look like this, definitely with some more accents. I can see some accents here on the mouth, here on the upper lip, on the brow here, an orangey accent. Okay, but since this is digital painting, I'm gonna keep it really strong with a lot of color. Okay, I think um, yeah, I think that's was a nice practice. I'm gonna try more. Okay. Mary saying, I wonder about the printing too. I know there's printer-friendly canvas, but never heard of anyone using it. Don't like this too much. we still want to study oil paints. Yeah, maybe a new class. Okay. Oh, maybe it could be a new class, yes, to try to. I mean, that's not gonna be a class. It's just like we all trying to learn together this. Yeah, because I don't know too much about this, but okay. Anyway, it was fun. Eh? I had a good time trying to get something nice from this. I love what I see. Definitely, with this, I feel the temptation of add more and more color. Since, with oil paint, that's gonna be kind of difficult to get to this intensity and contrast right away. I mean, for oil paint, that's gonna be a process to let the painting dry and then add more and more color to build up thickness layers to make the color glow. Okay? And this is just the intensity is different. I want to try different things. Okay, maybe more like a black and white. Okay, but and I don't think this. Oh, Monique is saying, imagine if everyone stopped using traditional materials. Yeah, I think that the more people use this, I think more people are gonna stick even more to the traditional materials because that's gonna be even. It's gonna have maybe more value. Those things that we do with our real hands, because this is. I mean, we do it with our hands, but it's kind of different because you don't touch this. It's different with paint, oil paint. We touch the material, and usually we maybe we have more things more difficult with oil paint or acrylic or anything because We cannot erase that easily. We cannot change the color that easily. Definitely this gives us a lot of opportunities to change colors, to see, and I think this is going to add, in my case, more to my oil paints. And I hope that, that could do for you, or this could add more to your oil paints. More color, maybe you can experiment, make a sketch, make sketches. This is gonna be just, I think, a good thing to making sketches. Okay, I think that's it for me. Okay. Hello, Nikki. Okay, that's it for today. And I will try to do this maybe at night. Yeah, because I think maybe this is my fourth or fifth uh, digital painting, and all of them, the previous one I'm practicing at night, like just at this hour before going to sleep. Maybe some drawing too. I have seen some drawings, digital drawings that looks like charcoal, and just you cannot see the difference. It's about the brushes. I think they manipulate the brushes in some way that they work perfectly, just like charcoal. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Nikki saying I like to get my hands dirty and play in the real paint. Yeah, me too. But you know, yeah, I love to try new things at the same time. I love to experience this, and definitely I'm not gonna leave oil paint ever. Miri saying after printing it on canvas, splash on oil colors on it. It could be fox art. Fox or fox art, I don't know what that means. But anyway, thank you so much for being here with me, and see you next time. Take care, everybody. Okay, bye.